Chapter 16. Metro 2 System Disputes. There is a new, magical way of disputing accounts with the credit bureaus that bypasses people and uses the credit bureau's own system to remove negative accounts. How? By triggering the use of the credit agency's hidden language. Hidden! And I have, in my letters, the mysterious codes to make the magic deletions happen. Really? That's what these so-called credit repair people want you to believe. They claim to possess some sort of secret recipe for this mysterious Metro 2 that gets better and faster results. They say when they challenge the account as out of compliance with Metro 2, the credit bureaus must delete it, because they can't ever prove it. If you believe that, I'd like you to take a ride with me through Disneyland and see a place where dolls and animals really sing and dance. Some of the assertions on YouTube by people claiming to be credit repair experts are so false, they border on scam artist. And some are actual scam artists who have been turned into the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, then convicted of fraud, fined big money, and have lost their business licenses. Some haven't been caught yet, but deserve to be shut down. So, let's get to the bottom of this. What is true? What is false? And what is Metro 2 anyway? Just in case you're wondering where I obtained the information for this chapter, it is not by reading posts online. I go to the sources for my research. Reading what other people put out there online is not authentic research. I interview employees and ex-employees of the credit bureaus and expert witnesses in court cases. I interview executives at financial institutions. I interview credit repair business owners who have been in business more than 15 years. So, if what I say here contradicts a YouTube video you watched or a blog post you read, use common sense to decide what to believe. What is Metro 2? Metro 2 is a computer system that flows back and forth from the creditors such as banks, lenders, credit card companies, finance companies, etc. and the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. The purpose of Metro 2 is to have a standardized method for reporting and handling disputes from consumers. How does Metro 2 work? When a dispute letter comes to the credit bureaus, a person reads the letter. That person might be in Pennsylvania, the Philippines, or somewhere else. After reading the letter, the employee decides what the dispute is about. Is it about an incorrect balance? Is it about a false reporting of a late payment? And so on. The person assigns it a code to identify what type of dispute it is. Then they use their computer to send the message to the creditor's electronic mailbox and ask them to determine if A. there is something that needs to be fixed, 2. if the account should be deleted, or 3. if the account is accurate as is. The creditor does this work, hopefully, supposedly, and sends the response back to the credit bureau, who then replies to your letter. That process of assigning a code to the issue in your letter and communicating back and forth is Metro 2. Do Metro 2 letters use a hidden language? According to two experts, men who were employees at TransUnion and Equifax for over 10 years and who handled thousands of disputes, there is no hidden, secret language. There is a code to identify the dispute type. However, if the dispute letter is so confusing, unclear, or convoluted that the person reading it cannot identify the issue, or if the letter contains multiple issues, then there is a code for that. Code 112 means I don't know what the heck this person is talking about, so verify everything: the owner of the account, the balance, the pay history, everything. If the creditor responds by saying everything is verified as accurate, then there are no more reasons you have for sending another letter, because everything has been verified. Now can you see why I say sending a long letter with a bunch of legalese and law codes you don't even understand is a big mistake? That kind of letter can get you coded as 112, so after that, they're done with you on that issue. If you try to dispute again, you could get flagged as frivolous. Does Metro 2 bypass the visible information on the credit report to achieve success? No, that is nonsense. If there is something that no one can see, then there is nothing to dispute. A letter addressing Metro 2 and using codes that are supposed to speak directly to Metro 2 does not trigger something different or bypass human judgment. And again, if the letter cannot be understood by the person who opens and reads it, then it gets coded 112, which is not in your best interest. What if the account is out of compliance with Metro 2? Compliance is the act of obeying a law or rule, especially one that controls a particular industry or type of work, Cambridge Dictionary. Metro 2 is not a law. There is no legal statute that mentions Metro 2. Therefore, out of compliance with Metro 2 or non-compliant with Metro 2 makes no sense. It's like saying, your cookie recipe is out of compliance, so I demand a refund. You would laugh your head off, because there is no law for cookie recipes. I ask you this, should you trust someone posting on YouTube or TikTok about Metro 2 compliance when the phrase makes no sense? Can a company be held liable for being out of compliance with Metro 2? No federal or state law requires a company to use Metro 2. So no, you cannot file a lawsuit based on Metro 2 compliance. However, you might be able to file a lawsuit if the company persists in reporting factually false information about you. One of my book readers sued Equifax on his own, without an attorney, and they offered to settle with him prior to going to court. It was a good sum of money, so he accepted. Can you file a lawsuit against Metro 2? Metro 2 isn't a person, so no. That's like asking if you can sue a traffic light. Anyone who claims the credit bureaus are shaking in their boots when they receive a letter that addresses Metro 2 is telling a fairy tale. Fads, and more fads in credit repair. There was the 609 letter fad, the 611 letter fad, and now the Metro 2 letter fad. I wonder what someone will come up with next. Whatever it is, there will be a bunch of talking heads who will jump on it and try to sell you something. None of these fads are a secret way to dispute inaccuracies on your credit report. Unfortunately, there are plenty of deceptive credit repair people who want you to think they have some secret sauce, some magic elixir. That explained, there are some effective letters, some SOSO letters, and some outright bad letters that will undermine your chances of success. Can a Metro 2 dispute letter work? Yes, you can send a letter to the credit bureaus that challenges their use of Metro 2 and demands an investigation of the following: that they only report data that is factually documented, that they verify that the data reporting is accurate and true, that the reporting is complete, that the reporting is timely. Their usage of Metro 2 as a communication system must comply with the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. Those laws create a minimal standard of reporting, not an optional one. Coming up next, we've all heard of the magic 609 letters. Let's see what the hoopla is all about.